Troopers and grinders. Here we go. It's Hank the Tank's weekly. It feels like everything's becoming a habit for me. It feels like I can't do anything original, even though I did karaoke last week. Oh, God, it's all flashing before my eyes. Why can't I do anything original? It's Hank's weekly preview and picks for Dana White's Contender Series, the greatest damn show on the MMA calendar every single year. And don't you people forget it. Dana White's Contender Series every single Tuesday during the summer breaks up everything so nicely. We still get UFC content this week. Even though there's no UFC shows, we still get UFC content, you guys. And isn't that just wonderful? So, hey, I'm happy. I love doing these streams. I love doing the preview and picks for Dana White's Contender Series because you never know what's going to happen. Sometimes I'm going 2 for 5 for the week. Other times I'm sweeping the entire thing. There is no in between, troopers and grinders. And so you better pray. You better pray for your boy, Hank the Tank. And that his picks do well this time because let me tell you guys, my Contender Series reps, it took a big plunge down the toilet like I'm the Big Lebowski. And, I'm the dude. And a bunch of hired thugs are pushing my head down the toilet asking where the money is. You know what I'm saying? I think it's in there. Let me take another look. So, it's getting bad, guys. It's getting bad. But hopefully I redeem myself this week because I went with 3 favorites this time around and 2 underdogs. And hopefully those pay out. I'm not going to spoil which ones they are, but let me tell you this, guys. Here's the fucking thing, you guys. They're every single fight on here is a close one. Every single fight on this is a close one. And that's very, very bad. Very bad, and we don't like that. But yeah, lots of competitive scraps. I think there's only one underdog that I would strongly favor, and even that favorite has been faded by a few predictors that I've seen. So it's really tough, man. It's really tough to narrow down who's going to win. But after seeing the different, tapes and accounts of these fighters, I feel pretty confident. I feel somewhat confident that the ones I picked should get it done. Favorite OG Wiggles pick I sent you. Did you like the Suits one? Yeah, I told you I like the Suits one, Kobe. I said I like the Suits one. I sent you a message saying I like the Suits one. God daggone it, Kobe. Uncle Ivan Shemaev should do a podcast together out of a daggy goat stable. Well, I don't know if they should do that, Leandro, unless they're, doing the podcast on OnlyFans or, or Kick or something like that, because it would get pretty ugly. It'd get pretty messy fast, Leandro. I mean, I don't know if bestiality is, accepted in OnlyFans, but I mean, if it is, like, that's the only place for it. Because otherwise, that stream's getting taken down in 10 minutes. So, yeah, I don't know. I just don't think they could keep their hands off of them, if I'm being honest, Leandro. I mean, I get it. They're potential goats already, so maybe they feel like they're actual animalistic goats and want to mate with their own kind. But you can't do that in a human society. In a civil society, you can't do that, Leandro. How's 2025 going for you? Rocky ups and downs, lots of highs and lows, but that's life. That's life. That's life. We started out in April, shot down in May, but I know that it broke, cause that's life. That's life. That's life. That's life. And what they say. John Jones would make a great guest appearance. No, he wouldn't be in the goat stable. He'd be, out on the streets looking for homeless people. Yeah, I'm trying to help homeless people. See, he wouldn't be interested in goats. Because I am the goat. Actually, it would make sense because he's the goat in certain idiot lobotomized brain fans' eyes. He's the goat in his glazer's eyes. So, it makes sense that he'd be in there. And then, Uncle Ivan Shemaev would Uncle Ivan would come in from the front, Shemaev would come in from the back. It would, it'd be Very interesting. And, they could just send the tape to Jones's wife and make her watch. That'd be just wonderful. Oh, they're just friends. They're just acquaintances. They're just having fun. So what I like to do with the beads. How's America going in the world of politics? You know the answer, Kobe. Why would you ask me? You study American news already. But I can tell you what it is from my perspective. It's absolute fucking chaos. Every single day. Absolute fucking chaos. The departments are completely bad at complete amateurs at their jobs. Pundits and as well as politicians are being assassinated. Trump's dying. He's probably going to die this year or next year. It's an absolute fucking death spiral is what it is. Death spiral. And the economy's plunging too. So it's all going to shit, which is great. Just great. At least we can vote the fuckers out in 2026. If they even live that long. They probably won't. Face green smiling. Face green smiling. Face green smiling. Face green smiling. But yeah, it is in complete free fall. Kash Patel's probably going to lose his job too. So, has America ever been fine in terms of politics? I'd say probably in the 50s. Probably in the 50s. All our wars had gone cold. Economy was doing great. More housing. People could afford automobiles and a house for their families. Russia, Stalin died, which was pretty good. I don't know. It just felt like America was sort of stable back then. It didn't seem like we were having too many catastrophes. We were having a good enough time that kids could just go down to the sock hop and listen to the radio a little bit and put a quarter in the jukebox and dance to some tunes. Seemed like a pretty quaint and peaceful time back then. But then again, there was a lot of communist propaganda, and we were all scared of the atomic bombs dropping. So, yeah, I mean, I'd say other than the Soviet Union causing a fuss, time was pretty good in the 50s. Let me think. Yeah, the 30s and 40s can't be because we were literally attacked by Japan. 60s were insane. 70s were also fucking insane. 80s, people want to think that we were sort of stable back then, but dude, we went through like 2 recessions during the Reagan era. People were dying of AIDS. 90s was fucking batshit, especially the early 90s, LA, OJ. I guess late 90s is probably... No, then there was Columbine during that time. Jesus Christ, no. And then 2000s, of course not. Obama years? Obama years, all right. We were okay. Also, 2021 to 2022 seemed pretty all right, but hasn't been good since. Why would the voters vote Trump? Over Kamala would have done a good job, but the voters wanted a very bad president. Very bad, very bad. And we're looking into it very closely. Kamala. She looks a lot like Melania. And I like her, but I also want to kill her. But we don't like her. Lock her up, right? She sucked off every man to get her opportunities. Can you believe it? Yeah. We made the wrong choice. In every conceivable way. Guys, I'll say this. He's literally going to die in office. He's literally going to die in office. We made the wrong choice. Take the fucking younger president who can survive 4 years, you idiots. Kind of grim to celebrate Stalin's death, but you're right. Yeah, I mean, I can't say he didn't have it coming, you know. It's good to celebrate Stalin's death because guess what? He's responsible for more deaths in his country than Hitler was. Literally more responsible. It was like 1.7 something million people. that Stalin was responsible for exterminating. Sending his own people to the gulags, disappearing members of his staff from photographs. Like, nah, dude, you were not safe under Stalin's Soviet Union. So it was a blessing to the world that that man died. There'll probably be one when Trump and Putin die too. So, not but that's weird mentality to have when Charlie Kirk just got assassinated. And you know, we political fans, we like to say, oh, if I could get my hands on him, oh, I want to fucking kill him or something like that. But then when it actually happens, you feel like a little remorse and you feel sort of a pit in your stomach and you're just like, you didn't deserve that, Even when you're like, oh, fuck this dude. I'd beat the shit out of him if I saw him on the street, then he dies and you're just like, shit, man, that sucks, Your inner humanity shines through, like at least mine does, but maybe it's different for other people. Oh boy, here we go. Hunter asked thoughts on Charlie Kirk. I didn't agree with anything that he said or wrote or preached, but he didn't deserve to get shot. I think that's the logical opinion to have. He didn't deserve to get assassinated. Nobody really does. I mean, I won't even mention him, but he didn't deserve what happened to him. He deserved to speak his mind and then get fucking owned by college students and, continue living a pathetic existence. But he didn't deserve to, it's like wanting someone to stay in jail and, you don't want him to die immediately. You just want him to stay in jail for a while. Bet and Such says, I was watching some other MMA guys live today and he had a clip of you saying, just because you win more picks than me doesn't make you better. Is that beef or are you guys friends? Was that Idaho? Did Idaho put up that clip? I thought there was no more beef, but I guess if he's still allowing clips like that, he's sort of asking for it, to be honest. It was combat casual, wasn't it? You could tell me, Bet and Such. Was it combat casual? It wouldn't be surprising. It would make sense if he did do that. It gave me flashbacks when Trump got shot. Now Charlie Kirk got shot. It was both outdoors, Trump and Charlie Kirk. Yeah, I mean, that's why Trump had a glass screen in front of him at all times after that. Yeah, I mean, just allow it. It goes to show, guys, that if they allow any space between themselves and the public, they're in trouble because they're pieces of shit and they encourage violence and authoritarianism and fascism, and they're lucky if they get any space outside the public. So if you actually put them in front of your average Joe, they want to fucking beat the shit out of them. So that was the assassin's chance to do it. Idaho, that weasel. Yeah, just gotta assume that, man. Had a clip. Some of the other MMA guys live today. It's 12 p.m. That'd be interesting. Outside the public. I guaranteed it was him. Guarantee. Shut down in May. That's live. He's working on emojis. Good for him. Monetization, yeah. Yeah, he probably has a clip of me somewhere. What do you think about the right wing being snowflakes, getting liberals fired? Yeah. Well, it's against free speech. They're always like praising their people as martyrs and suppressing any speech people have about those who have died, and then when it's someone who's on the left, they don't give two shits. Oh yeah, I'm dead. But then when it's one of their people, oh, suppress free speech. No one gets to talk about him. No one gets to talk about the situation or how bad we were investigating it. Nobody gets to talk about it. You know, an FBI. Oh, anybody who has anything to say about how bad a job we're doing in the FBI. Oh, you're fired. You know, it's again they're the snowflakes. They call the liberals snowflakes. They're the actual cancel culture war snowflakes. So they always call the opposite their enemies what they actually are. So sup Tom Hanks, nice. Oh, the City Life Project. It was in his Dana White's Contender Series live vid from today. One sec, I'll find the timestamp. Well, that's no surprise, dude. Isha's a piece of shit. Isha's just a gaslighting, manipulative weasel motherfucker. Idaho that weasel. Hunter says Idaho that weasel. It's not Idaho at this point. It's the City Life Project, dude. Isha still fucking hates me. Still hates me. I have hardly had any interactions with him. And he takes any opportunity he can to bash me. Guess what, motherfucker? Only giving me more publicity, attracting new people to my channel. So keep fucking bashing me. Keep mentioning me, you fucking piece of shit. Fuck you, Isha. Why don't somebody clip that and make him attach that to his soundboard? Little fucking shit. Isha seems like a cool guy. Well, he always seems like a cool guy until you get on his nerves. And then he'll make sure to just stick the knife in and get petty and shove things in your face and villainize you, basically. If you get on his bad side, he'll make you a joke. He'll make you the joke in his chat, like a character for people to point the finger and laugh at. It's what he did with Hockey at Home. It's what he's doing with me. The guy is, not humble in the slightest. He's actually a little fucking office rocker, if I'm being honest with you guys. I always pretend, oh, I'm cool. I love MMA. I'm just such a positive guy. I'm so cool. And then whenever somebody has an opinion that he doesn't agree, well, fuck you, how about that, fuck you. That's what he does. Go fuck yourself. Like, the dude's actually mentally ill. So I don't even want to really talk bad about him because he might legitimately be mentally ill. So I'd be attacking a crippled person. Who's winning the clown show Mecca? I'm hoping that you win. It's down to 12, if I'm not mistaken. I think it's down to 12. Yes, because Douglas Memo. Hey, Douglas. Sucks to be you, pal. Douglas Memo got fired from the Mecca, apparently for talking shit about Clown and just mocking him on either his stream or somebody else's stream. He talked shit. Adios, Memo. That's what you get for making death threats against me, you punk. See how you like it when someone make sure that the door doesn't hit you on the way out, bitch. Fuck you too, Mila. You're gonna be gone soon. I guarantee it, honey. Face screen smiling. Yeah, it's just a mess. Isha, I don't know what's wrong with him, dude. He hates me more than Idaho does. Doug has gotten fired like 4 times in the past week. I know. Can't they just keep him gone? He adds nothing to the game. He adds nothing to the Mecca. No, I'm gonna pull Vinny Guinea. No talent, no charisma, no personality. Can't even come up with a clever insult. Dude doesn't even have one original thought going on in his head. Say something entertaining. Say something that makes the chat want to listen to you. Oh my God, you're so boring. Oh, what a fucking dullard. Dullard Memo, dude. Dullard Lamo. Yeah. So fuck Dullard Lamo. Keep him out of the Mecca. And I just can't say it enough. Fuck Isha, dude. Fuck him. Dude snapped on me before I snapped on him. Months before I snapped on him. He became homeboys with Idaho. They became tight. Idaho would basically spill to Isha everything, all the dirty laundry about stuff we, said to each other backstage or on stream or any of that. And he completely turned Isha against me, and Isha became a fucking monster in my life and just harassed me. And that's all he did. You guy's a fucking scumbag. I gave him $5 as a super chat saying, "Hey man, Merry Christmas. Here you go. Hey, I know we've had some rough patches, but I want to thank you for everything you've done this year. You deserve it. Here you go." And then the same day, After Idaho shares a clip of me just chewing him out because Idaho's was an annoying mosquito on my fucking neck every time I went live for a fight companion, and he shares a clip of me to Isha, and then Isha decides that he'll fucking kick me while I'm down, like a piece of shit, like the piece of shit he is. And I snapped on him, rightly so, because he's a scumbag. 4246 vid name is week 6. Okay, let me take a look. Again, he can't help but talk about me. I hardly ever mention him. Even when I do mention Isha, it's not in a negative way. I just, quote something that he said once, or, some jokes that he made. I don't talk about him in a negative light, nor do I with Idaho. I really don't. But he, oh, I don't give a fuck if the decision's rigged. Idaho, I loved you. They're obsessed with me, guys. I'm a channel with barely, not even close to fucking 2,000 subscribers, and he can't shut his fucking trap about me. It's actually sort of sad. I don't know what his deal is. I haven't been in that chat in like close to a year, and he can't shut up. I think he enjoys making me the butt of the joke, but you know that you're just attracting people to my channel every time you do that, right? It's actually not working out for you. Ugh. It's crazy. Why does Idaho say he doesn't like drama, but he does all this shit to you? It's because he wants attention. It's because he wants attention. He knows he's a smaller channel. He knows he made a mistake giving me the channel. He's told me this. And again, he mentions shit in public on panel with Musical. I get to say whatever I want about him and our past. It's only fair. He does it because he knows that he needs to grow. And so if he can bash me with who, when I technically have a bigger channel, he can then gain from that and grow his channel, basically. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird. But he basically does it for money and attention. This is his whole relationship with Giuliano is just based on that. Oh, let's make a bet. Oh, come on stream. I'm doing a post-show stream. Why does he need Giuliano for everything? It's the same reason that No Chill had him around over and over and over and over again. Oh, I just want your donations. Oh, I just want to bet with you. Oh, I just want to have you on stream so new people can like me. That's what it is, dude. And why he talks shit to me is like, oh, because I can create a base from that. He told me that. So it's all for himself. It's not doesn't have anything to do with the problem he has with me. It's just he can use me as basically a springing off point for his channel. You're cool, bro. I just thought it was strange. It is. Let me listen to this. Special occasion you started your picks on Tapology, man? Yeah, only Jada White Contender series. I don't give a fuck about picks on Tapology at all. Not even a little bit. Not even a little. I think if that's Hank the Tank's channel. Split Decision Combat Sports. He's the pick specialist. He said Split Decision Combat Sports. He probably said Split Decision Combat Sports for a reason, because he knows that's not the name of my channel, but he's like redirecting people to something else to make sure that I don't gain anything from that. Yeah, I mean that is sort of a funny clip. But by the way, guys, and I'm sorry, I am prolonging this thing for a while. I'm sorry. I just got to ramble a little bit because people are giving me information. That clip that he used, oh, just because you got more picks right than me doesn't mean you're better at picks than me. That's from my video I did on Idaho that was completely orchestrated and manipulated and written by No Chill to embarrass me. So he's pretending like I wrote any of that and said any of that of my own free will. No Chill wrote all of that. So, but also, if that was me that wrote it, guess what? He did better than me when we split for like a couple weeks, and then I beat him 5 weeks in a fucking row. So, yeah. Also the reason I say just because you got more picture art doesn't mean you're better at predictions than me. Guess why it is, guys? Because when we would do prediction streams together, there was like a quarter of the fights that he didn't know anything about. And I had to explain to him what they were about and who was fighting and why and what styles were clashing and who wins. And he literally took my picks from me live on stream, like 2 or 3 per show. If he had to do any of those fights on his own, I'd probably win. Argenti is taking over the MMA community. He'll have more subs than Guru soon. I thought Guru had like 200,000 subscribers. Or 3. I thought he had a bunch. And that's weird, honestly, man. It really is sort of strange that he has that many subscribers and then, barely anybody watches his live streams. Yeah, Guru has 378,000. Giuliano has, what does he have? 129. I feel like all Guru needs is another great video, and he can just, boom, shoot up another 50K subscribers. So I think Guru's in a good place to keep growing as far as I'm concerned. But anyway, enough talk. Let's get into what I believe most of us are here for. Maybe not. My predictions for Contender Series Week 6 show on Earth. Oh, gee. Why does it do this to me? I literally wait. Oh, no, I'll switch to that. Okay. Yep. Nope. Let's do this, right? No, let's do this. Why is it not even showing it? This is annoying. There we go. All right. Perfect. Okay. Let's get into it. Actually, I'll move a little bit over here. What do you think our junkie's goal is by buying all those fake subs? I don't know. It seems like he makes some money. I guess he's just trying to make sure his channel's as big as possible, get a reputation, making some bets with people. Whatever he's telling people about, his life, they can be like, oh, yeah, that's right. I mean, look at the amount of subs he has. He's a success. I mean, I'm not saying he's not a writer. I've heard from some people that there are some things about his life that are, a little stretched out from the truth a little bit. So maybe having that amount of subs sort of legitimizes everything that he says about the comings and goings of his everyday life. It's weird. It's interesting. I don't know if he bought them, but I know that probably there's some trend with his channel that resulted in that I don't think he knows about. But who knows? I'm not going to pry too much. Hey, let's go. All right, let's get into it. I picked all the bigger guys in every fight except for the Korean guy fight. I think he beats the tall Cage Warriors guy. I don't think so, man. I don't think so. So we're starting with Cody Chovansek and Rafael Uchegbu. Let me shrink my screen a little bit. Boom. Break this down easier. Okay. So Cody Chovansek is a Canadian wrestler, as far as I'm concerned. 12-6, unanimous decision win against Jordan Howard. This went 5 rounds, by the way. Well, it was literally getting beaten up for 5 rounds. And then he has to shoot a desperate double leg takedown at the very end of the fight. And they just give him the win. Just give him the win when he was getting outstruck for 4 rounds. And then he gets 1 takedown in the 5th. And they just give it to him. Gage Gill throws up a, desperate attempt at a calf slicer and wins that. Harley King, Rando, 2-1, 4-4. Not good competition, guys. Whereas Uchegbu, if I'm not mistaken, yes, he was in the PFL for a short time. That's, regardless of if he won or lost, it's good experience. FCC's destroying fools. 3-0 knockout, 12-5 knockout. Rear naked choke. Armbar against an 8-1 is pretty impressive. I like Uchegbu's game a lot more. It feels like he has a lot more tools than Cody Chovansek does, who is primarily looking like a crotch-sniffing, carpetbagging wrestler. I don't know. It just feels like Uchegbu is more well-rounded. It seems like he can win a fight more on the feet, whereas Cody seems desperate to get the takedowns. Otherwise, he stands a good chance at losing his fights. This one seems like a pretty easy one to call, just based on Cody's last fight, where he was getting absolutely destroyed for 5 rounds. I just think he's going to get destroyed for 3. I think Rafael's going to dominate him over 3 rounds. I don't think Chovansek has a chance unless he gets the takedowns, and it looks to me like Rafael is he's somewhat of a wrestler himself, as Norman Osborn would put it. And so I don't think the wrestling is going to be a problem for Rafael. I think he's going to neutralize a lot of the wrestling game. His takedown defense is going to be consistent. And on the feet, there's no competition. This dude's ass on the feet. So give me Rafael Uchegbu by unanimous decision, which is not the best, honestly. He needs a knockout to get on the show. I guess I'm predicting that he's not going to get a contract unless he really puts his heart and soul into it. All right, and then we have a second fight of the card between In Su Huang and Paddy McCrory. I don't know, dude. I just can't pick him. I can't pick this Korean man against Paddy McCrory. 6-7 guy was his last opponent, and he took him to a decision. That's a terrible look. Apparently, the guy only has this stance and trying to put his hand out so he can get an overhand. Get an overhand. You know, just very simple stance. Oh, he's pressuring forward. Apparently, he's only got one big punch, and he just, pushes forward until he can get it. Seems like a really simple fight style to figure out to me. Before that, 13-7 dude he goes to a split decision with. This dude's supposed to have power. Knocks out a 2-0 guy. Great. He's only had 2 professional wins. 7-5. Awful. 3-3. Loses to a 3-3. Oh, my God. This guy was out for 4 years, and then he comes back after 4 years, and he's looking like shit. This is a bad look. Bad look for this man right here. Not good. Meanwhile, Paddy McCrory beat a 2-1 guy, and people are like, "Oh, why didn't he get a finish here?" Guess why it was? He was a fucking former IDF soldier. Killing kids in Gaza, taking out hospitals, trying to, raise the earth of all Palestinian people, working for the IDF. And Paddy McCrory wanted to beat his ass for 3 rounds. And guess what, guys? That's exactly what he did. He kept taking him down over and over and just beating his skull in, screaming, "Free Palestine! Psh! Free Palestine!" Psh! 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 So he made sure that his existence was fucking torture for 3 rounds. He didn't want to just get him out of there. He dominated on the mat and beat the crap out of him. And guess what, guys? He won a unanimous decision because of that. He didn't win a split against a 13-7. He actually won a unanimous decision. For that, knocked out Ty Palmer, who's shit. 3-1 guy, he submits as well. That's pretty good. Angus Hewitt, he's not bad. He's gotten a few fluke wins. He knocked him out. James Webb is actually solid competition he lost to. And people are saying, "Oh, that's the reason why In Su Huang beats him." But who the hell is In Su Huang beat? Anybody with a pulse? I doubt it. James Webb became a fucking champion. Who became a champion who fought this guy? After that, he went on Tough, the Ultimate Fighter. Lost to... God damn it. Who'd he lose to? He won against... oh, shit. I think he won against the South African Roddy Rhodes, or I think was his name. Randy Rowitz, I think was his name. And then it was a solid South African wrestler. Choked him out. And then was beaten up. What's his name? Oh, I'm so bad with names. He was the guy who went, "Habib! Habib!" Why am I forgetting his name? That was from Switzerland, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, shit, I can't remember. Robert Valentine. He was beating up Robert Valentine, guys. People forget, man, he was cracking Robert Valentine with strike after strike. He had him up against the fence reeling. Robert Valentine had to shoot a takedown in order to survive. Nearly got choked out. People forget, man. Patty McCory dropped him in the first round. Had him hurt. People forget, man. Mecca. Yeah, the Mecca. Not happening right now. It's going to be 2 weeks away. Clown is taking a break, so relax, folks. And I need to relax, honestly. It's so much stress being part of the Mecca, so I honestly need a breather. What's up, Hank? Hey, Andrew, how you doing? Face green, smiling. But yeah, people forget, man. Patty McCory almost went to the tough finale. Was beating up Robert Valentine, and then he got choked out. And this guy from South Korea won't be able to wrestle even once. People forget, man. Yeah, Patty McCory, I think he's got power. I think he's surprisingly solid on the feet. He can get chokes on the ground if he wants to. His wrestling game isn't bad. Insu Huang just has a very simple game. Just a simple game, man. He just pressures, and then throws the overhand and prays it connects. Patty McCory is actually technical. Patty can actually throw from different angles, can use knees if he wants to, can loop shots around the guard. He actually looks like a complete fighter. And if he decides to shoot here on Insu Huang, he could get him down and choke him out if he wanted to. He could get a submission win here, guys. People forget, man. Patty McCory. He's like Patty Pimblett Jr. Discount Patty. People forget, man. He's a marauder. Who will survive the Mecca? Who will survive? Oh, WrestleMania. Fighting to survive. Pump it up. Oh, WrestleMania. Fighting to survive. Pump it up. Who will survive? WrestleMania, the granddaddy of them all. Who will survive? Face blue, white eyes. Who knows? Who cares? But anyway, yeah, Insu Huang just seems like a fucking by the numbers Korean zombie prospect with very limited striking. Patty McCory can actually wrestle if he wants to. And he's got a solid stand-up game as well. Can use knees, can use hooks. Guy's pretty good as far as I'm concerned. So I think Patty McCory is going to hurt Insu Huang bad at some point. I really do. I think his hands are way more complex and better timed and not less rudimentary than Insu Huang's. I think he's going to knock him out in round one. You're fired! Get out of my Mecca, boy. Vinny, you're fired! Pack your things, folks. You're gone. You can hang out in Giuliano's chat. You can be with the junkie with the liar in this chat all you want, but you can't do it here. But you're not going to be in my Mecca. But you're not going to be on my stream. Okay? But you can't do it here. How confident are you in this pick? I'm pretty confident, honestly. I think the fact that Patty McCory has wrestling in his back pocket, I think, is going to help him a lot here. I just think Insu Huang is just a basic striker. That's all he is, guys. I don't care if he was fucking trained by Korean Zombie or anybody, you know? I think he's just got, he throws overhands, and that's all he's got. Patty, McCory is an actual complete MMA fighter. Face screen smiling, face screen smiling, face screen smiling, face screen smiling. Face screen smiling, face screen smiling. That was worthy of a dono right there. That was dono worthy. That's all I'll say. It was a little bit dono worthy. Sorry. Giving you guys entertainment. What can I say? You're bad! Get out of my life! Get out of my life! I can't let you get close. 10 out of 10 clown impression. Thank you. Thank you, everyone's worst nightmare. I'll be here all night, folks. Anyway, yeah, I just think Patty McCory's... He has tough experience, guys. He took on actual UFC prospects. People forget, man. In Cage Warriors, he's been excellent. Been able to knock folks out and take them down and punish them on the ground. Who's to say that Insu Huang can stuff any of his takedowns? I doubt he will if he decides to shoot. So I think Patty McCory's just got too many weapons to work with, and I think that's going to secure him a win. All right. Whew. I need sort of a breather there because my vocal cords are shot, dude. My vocal cords are dead. Ugh, Jesus Christ. When you go clown, you can't go back, man. Once you go clown, you can never go back. No diddy. But anyway, our next fight is between Tommy Gant and Adam Livingston. Adam Bomb Livingston, which I actually like, which I can respect because people forget, man. WrestleMania 10, Adam Bomb. He was the future. Adam Bomb was a prospect in the WWF during the early 1990s. Very stale, but he was a big man. They put some goggles on him, made him radioactive and orange, which actually made me like him because orange is my favorite color. And yeah, man, he just he definitely had the look, just didn't have the wrestling whatsoever. So it's tough. He got buried like within a couple months, which is embarrassing. He's still on the WWE database of wrestlers, though, if you can believe that. But anyway, yeah. So Adam Livingston is taking after the late great Adam Bomb, right? And we like that. But it's not going to help him here against Tommy Gant. Wait, his name's Tommy Gant. I didn't think it was Tommy. I thought it was something else. But Tommy Gant, I think he's a solid wrestler. Fight for it and this is a bad opponent. I'll be real. It's a bad opponent, but he destroyed him, made him look bad like he's supposed to. 2-0 guy he knocks out. 11-7. These are bad opponents, but again, he made it look easy against them for the most part. And then, the fact he took out this 2-0 guy is impressive, okay? Meanwhile, Adam Livingston got a doctor stoppage in LFA. Jake 3-2, that isn't great. 8-4, doctor stoppage. So he didn't finish him. 1-0. These guys are sort of two sides of the same coin, really. But the reason why I'm picking Gant over Adam Livingston is because Tommy's a great wrestler. He just is, man. When he shoots for takedowns, he doesn't give up on them whatsoever. He will not stop until the other guy is down. Once he gets a hold of your hips, no diddy, or your legs, he's looking for that takedown with everything he's fucking got. So if Adam Livingston, it's like Khamzat. If you even let him try to take you down, you can't stop it. Tommy Gant is going to take Adam Livingston down. He's going to get a hold of those legs. He's going to drag him down any way he can, whether it's locking the hips, slamming him, suplex, whatever the fuck. He's going to find a way to get him down. And then when he does, I doubt Adam Livingston's going to be doing too well here, folks. I think he's going to get exhausted. He's going to get tired. Is this a lightweight? Nah. Okay, so he's not. Maybe no won't get. Actually, he will because Mauricio Hoofy. People forget, man. He got worn out by Benoit Saint Denis. Got choked out in 2 rounds. And I feel like Adam Livingston's going to be shit on the mat. There isn't really one example of him. I mean, one, he won a decision. Guy was 0-0, though. Absolute dog shit. Probably didn't take him down. Feel like he's finally dealing with some solid competition now. Gant's going to be a wrestler that I don't think he can withstand. I think once he's down on the mat, he's going to give up. It's not going to look like Adam Livingston of old. He's gonna look like a victim, like a fish out of water. And I think Gant's gonna be laying in some ground and pound, man. Some ground and pound. Well, I had a training camp that I've been spending the last 3 months in training camp, so I want my wife next. It's going to be some ground and pound, Joe Rogan. Ground and pound. Anyway, yeah, Tommy Gant, I think he's going to crush him on the ground. I think this thing is eventually going to hit the mat, and Adam Livingston's going to have no answers. So, yeah, give me Tommy Gant by round 2 knockout. He's going to smoke him on the mat. All right. Our next fight is between Iwo Baraniuski and Muhammad Ali. Oh, Cassius Clay. No, it's Muhammad Ali. If you combine the two, would he be Cassius Ali or Muhammad Clay? It's wonderful. But yeah. So Iwo Baraniuski, Babylon Fight Promotion. This is shit. These are bad promotions here, folks. I don't like it. Where's Muhammad Ali? Shogun. Oh boy. Both these guys are from horrible, horrible promotions. But what I like about Muhammad Ali is he is a former BJJ guy and has transitioned from that to striking. And he has gotten a lot of success on the feet. Where are we at? We're at Iwo Baraniuski against Muhammad Ali. And I have Ali by round 1 knockout. Like he's going to be Muhammad Ali. Trust. Then I got Gant, Tommy Gant getting a win. A round 2 knockout over Adam Livingston. Ooh, close. And I have Patty McCory getting a round 1 knockout against Insu Huang. Finally, Rafael Uchegbu winning a decision against Cody Chovansek. He's a good favorite. That is what I have. So anyway, the reason why I'm picking Muhammad Ali is because he's actually a former pro at BJJ. And he went from a great grappler to a great striker. Beat Jared Gooden in his last fight, which is ultra impressive in my opinion. Jared Gordon's a former UFC guy, and he just whooped him, showing that he's UFC level. He's UFC material. I don't know if this guy is. He just seems like a sloppy power puncher striker. And Muhammad Ali is, he's looks like the complete package. He looks like he can, out wrestle you and grapple you and beat you up on the feet, which is a deadly combination in the UFC. So something tells me Ali's going to get this pull out of here in the first round, nail a head kick or 1-2 or something. And he's going to put Iwo down. Iwo is me. This is what's going to happen, man. Ali's a big boy. He's a damn big boy, brother. Yeah. Woo. So yeah, give me Ali by round 1 knockout. He's a scary motherfucker. 6'3". It's pretty good too. Yeah. All right. All right, let's get to the main event now. Okay. Who do I got for this one? Who do I got? I have Maxon Lee getting the round 2 submission over Hecker. Is that how you pronounce his name? Hecker Souza. He's a hecker guy. Woohoo! He's a hecker Souza. He's a hecker Samosa. Oh, but yeah. Hold on. 1 second, guys. Anyway, what was I talking about? So Hector Souza, Hector a fighter, but I don't think the Guanche Warrior is going to win here against Maxon Lee, Samuel L. Maxon. This guy's super tall, man. 6'1" as a bantamweight. Fucking insane. Beat 7-1 guy by Doris, 8-2, knocks him out. Comes back after a long layoff and is just fucking finishing fools. Show me he's got that Charles Oliveira momentum, you know? Whereas Hector Souza, you know, the WoW promotion. It's all right competition. Nothing too special, though. This guy seems like a marauding striker, and Maxon Lee seems like a guy who can wrestle and grapple folks and knock them out. I don't know. His striking and his submission work seem impressive to me. So, only different pick I have is the Wang fight. And you could win that. You could. Korean guy's a hell of a striker. We saw what happened with that other Korean Zombie 2.0 on the China card. That was pretty impressive. I don't know. It could happen, man. People forget, man. What was his name? I forget. I think he took out Jekka Sergi, if I'm not mistaken. Ju Sang Yu. That's right, Ju Sang Yu. He could be the next Ju Sang Yu and just get a random counter strike on Patty McCory. He could knock him out with a random blow. Could happen. You're just an average bloke. But I don't know. Something tells me that he's less. Something tells me he's got less striking credentials than Ju Sang Yu. And people forget, man. Jekka Sergi was stinging up Ju Sang Yu before the counter. He was getting pieced up by a fucking low-level piece of shit bum. People forget, man. But I don't know. From what I'm hearing, he's even more low-level than Ju Sang Yu. So I can't trust like that. Whereas Patty McCory can wrestle. He can wrestle. I heard Wang beat the Ko guy who's also Korean and in the UFC. Let me check that. Let me check that real quick. Jung Kyo Park, Ilhak O, Unsu Kim, 8-7. Won Jung Choi knocked him out. No, I don't think so, man. I looked through it. I don't see him on the list. I think you might have mistaken him for somebody. The guy who whooped Oban Elliott. Dude, I checked. No. He didn't beat that Ko guy. He didn't. That Jekka Sergi KO was so good. I know it was so good, wasn't it? That counter was just perfect. Just bink right on the face. He was done. Face planted, man. That was such a quick fucking little snap counter hook. Hank. Hello. Honk. Big honk. Hello, Two Smelly Fingers. Welcome to the Hank Tank Army. Welcome to the chat of the Troopers and Grinders once again. But anyway, I guess I should go over it with Two Smelly Fingers. Who did I pick? I picked Rafael Uchegbu by decision. Picked Patty McCory by round 1 KO. Picked Gant by round 2 KO. Picked Muhammad Ali by round 1 KO. And picked Max and Lee by round 2 submission. Okay. So, I just feel like Hector Souzer's just, Hector Souzer, brother. Is just a brawling striker. He just lets his hands go and pressures forward in hopes that he can connect on the chin. But the thing is, Max and Lee has long reach, tall guy, can probably maintain the distance well, and he can sub him as well as knock him out. This knee really impresses me. Who am I going to trust? Somebody who just pressures forward and throws bombs, or somebody who just, can counter effectively, can stay out of trouble, can take the other guy down and submit him if he wanted to, who's got hands, who can throw, who can be safe everywhere. I think it's going to be Max and Lee. I really do. Solid picks, bro. Thank you. Two smelly fingers. I know something tells me that this Max and Lee kid is special. Everyone's saying, oh, this kid's going to be a star if he gets into the UFC. I got a feeling. So why not go with aura? Why not go with star power? I think he can submit Hector Souza in round 2. I think he can stay out of trouble and then use the wrestling when he needs to, and just take down Souza and sub him. That's what I see happening. So give me Max and Lee. Give me Max and Lee. I think he's gonna put it on old Hector Souza and show him levels. I think he can be like a Charles Oliveira of bantamweight. This dude's 6'1", man. No, not 6'1", 6'3". No, 6'1". But that's super impressive for a bantamweight. I feel like he's just gonna fucking tall man, big man, Hector Souza, man. Make him his son, dude. He's gonna look like his son. He's gonna be size difference is gonna be that noticeable. And I think Max and Lee's solid on the feet, and I think he's even better on the ground. And eventually he'll submit this guy Hector Souza. Pretty simple. We'll see what happens. All right. But that is it. That is it for Hank's preview and picks. Why the hell is my camera like this? All right, there we go. Yeah, so that's it. That's it for the preview and picks. This is going to be a fun card, I think. I think we're going to get 4 finishes in 5 fights. Going to be a lot of good action. Going to be some stars being born. We've had a lot of great prospects under the UFC this season already, which is very good. So yeah, I'm looking forward to it. Honestly, guys, I'm looking forward to every single week of Dana White's Contender Series. It's always fun, always really good. And another great thing is that there are some prospects who are coming in on really short notice, like a week's notice, who otherwise would have been picked for the show. So a lot of people are coming in on short notice who are killers and just making it to the UFC off of luck, which I am completely a fan of. Otherwise, we wouldn't have had Diego Lopez. He didn't come in on a day's notice against Movzar. Wouldn't have had what's his name? Let me think. Who wouldn't we have had? We wouldn't have Chris Taco Padilla, We wouldn't have had who wouldn't we have? Armin Sarukian. It's pretty good, man. It's pretty good. Anyway, that's going to wrap it up for Hank's predictions. Anything else you want to tell the Hankster before I sign off, before I leave you guys for now? And watch the fights later tonight. What do you got for Hank the Tank? If I don't see any comments, I'm getting the hell out of here real quick. So, yeah. Now, let me try that one. Delicioso. Awkward. Dead air. What are you guys going to be watching this weekend? That is my question for you. What are you watching? What are you guys watching this weekend? Because there's not going to be any UFC. Do you guys know about any promotions outside the UFC that are on Friday or on Saturday? I got a few. What do I got? So what I got? Octagon is going to be fun. KSW will also be on. I'm a big fan of KSW. All right, so I got those. Da. Kicks is what I got. What have I got? It's what I got. Everybody remember back? Anybody remember that, right? Will you be live? Will you live react to Dana White's Contender Series tonight? I don't think so, man. I think I'm going to get interrupted at some point. I don't think I'll be able to, just being honest. I think at some point I'm going to have to have some dinner, and then by the time I'm done with dinner, the main event's going to be over. That's how it works usually, man. People forget, man. Hank the Tank's got a busy schedule. Hank the Tank gets interrupted often. Hank the Tank streams when there's space to. People forget, man. So no, I don't think I'll be able to. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone's worst nightmare. I can't this time. But I am going to probably react to some Octagon and KSW on Saturday. So make sure to tune in. Thank you. Wait, it's what I got's from Sublime. Loving is what I got. Love is what I got. Anyway. Yeah, I think that's gonna do it for me. So I've been Hank the Tank, you've been the Troopers and Grinders, and of course, you have escaped the war zone. For now. Troopers and Grinders! You're fired! Get off of my show! You can hang out with Giuliano. You can hang out with Idaho. You can hang out with Isha. All those guys. You just can't do it on Kick. You can't. You can't do that.